Hi, this is Walter Ord, and this is a test broadcast to see if I can make this happen for digital conversion. Digital conversion this year, parents for 5th and 6th graders at my school at Stumbo Elementary will have to be trained, and we have a training coming up August the 3rd from 3 until 5. I know some parents can't come, so I'm going to try this out. If this works, I will do another one that's a little bit more polished, but this is my practice presentation. Okay, first of all, let me go full screen here. This is my Prezi that I'm going to show for digital conversion. Hope you like the graphic and the music. We're going to dive right in. All right, 3 things have to happen for digital conversion training. Oops, went too far. Let me back this up. Okay, first thing, parent and student training. I think I'm going on auto. Let me stop this and see if I can go back. Okay, here we are. 3 steps for successful digital conversion. First of all, parent and student training. That is what's scheduled for August the 3rd at our school during open house. That's also what this video is about as well. I have to go over the digital conversion handbook with you, and the parents and students have to sign a form. The parents sign a device agreement form, agreeing to pay for any damages if that happens. Student signs responsibility form, agreeing to be responsible for their device, and acceptable use policy. I made a mistake last year, and I apologize. The acceptable use policy changed at the beginning of last year, and when the policy changes, we have to have a new acceptable use policy form. I failed to do this, so everybody will have to sign a new acceptable use policy, but this will be in effect until there is any additional changes. And of course, everybody has to have their digital driver's license, even students who got their license last year. Moving on. This is pretty daunting, this screen right here. This is actually the digital driver's or the digital handbook. I'm going to go over the highlights with you. Okay, first of all, there are some changes from last year. In the digital driver's handbook, if you are looking for it and you want to find it, I have it stored on my Google Drive. You can find it at tinyurl.com/JMSDC files. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or contact me. But the digital conversion initiative, some things that the students will be doing that we can observe. Here's a few of them. They'll demonstrate creativity and innovation using technology. Students use technology to think critically and solve problems. Students model digital citizenship. Okay, next. Basically, this page is stating that Floyd County Schools retain ownership of the devices, and students are allowed to use the devices according to the rules set forth in this handbook. Since the device is owned by Floyd County Schools, the device and anything on the device may be checked by staff either in person or remotely via electronic remote access. Failure to follow the rules may result in disciplinary action, including but not limited to confiscation of the device and losing student access to Floyd County Schools technology. The equipment includes the laptop, protective case, and charger. So when any mention is of the equipment, it includes all 3 of those. Something that's very important is just concerning computers in general. You need to back up your data. If you're working on a homework assignment, save it on your laptop. And if it's due tomorrow, if something happens, your laptop crashes, you can't use that as an excuse. You have to back up your data. That's why I'm asking for all students at Stumbo Elementary grades 3 through 8 to have a jump drive so that if you do any computer work, you can save it on there, if nothing else, for a backup. Device use and guidelines. There are some student wills. First of all, some things will be filtered out when you're at school, but not everything will be caught. Okay, skipped a part. All right, students will, if you look here at the bottom of the screen, students will only access the system for educational purposes during school hours. Students will use appropriate language and be respectful of others, not use devices to engage in harassment, bullying, or cyberbullying of any individual, observe and respect license and copyright agreements, keep username and passwords confidential. Do not share this with anybody. Return the device to Floyd County Schools at the end of the year for updates and reimaging of the device. Okay, next. Students may not use network resources for accessing, viewing, downloading, displaying, transmitting, creating, or otherwise possessing or disseminating material that contains inappropriate language or actions, pornography, or other sexually explicit material. Students cannot use network resources to download, stream, or listen to internet-based music, video, and large image files not for school work, as this slows the performance of the network for all users. Floyd County Schools will monitor the network for violations. This is, of course, during school at school. Students may not use network resources to access websites or other content blocked by the district via codes, proxy anonymizers, or any other method. Now, of course, when students are searching for things at school on the internet, many things are blocked, but as with any computer safety net, not everything gets blocked. So just be aware of that. Students will not be able to conduct any activity that violates district or school rules. They're not allowed to access data or account information of another user. You cannot install any software. Any software that needs to be installed on the device would have to be myself or someone else from the school. You cannot copy Floyd County Schools software. You cannot attempt to change any network or server configuration. You do not use the option to remember your password. Because if you use that and somebody gets on your computer and they have to go to a web page and your password's already typed in, it looks like you were there and you're responsible for that. So please do not use that. Don't give your name or password to anyone other than your parents or legal guardians. Do not videotape staff or students without their consent and permission. Do not forward email known as spam. Somebody sends you an email that says if you don't send this to 100 people, something bad's going to happen to you. They're lying to you. That's not going to happen. Don't send it. Do not instant message or chat during class unless it's related to academic expectations set forth by the teacher. All right, for discipline, you may lose privilege of taking the device home. Using technology at school, you could possibly even be suspended or expelled depending on the severity of the violation. Again, Floyd County Schools monitoring of devices. Whatever you get on the laptops, it will be monitored and it's tracked, so please be aware of that. Okay, next, care and damage. All right, device damage. If a device is damaged, the school must be notified immediately. Floyd County Schools reserves the right to charge the student and their parents for damages to the device at the rates listed in the chart below when the damage occurs due to intentional conduct or gross negligence, as determined by Floyd County Schools administration. Examples of this negligence includes leaving the equipment unattended and unlocked, lending equipment to others, using equipment in an unsafe environment, using it in an unsafe manner, not utilizing protective case assigned by the district, that's the backpacks, any drop or physical damage to the device. So basically, if something happens to the device, the student brings it to me, I ask them what happened, I fill out a damage form, it gets sent into the central office, and the decision is made at that point if you're responsible or not. If the device's charger is damaged or lost, the student is responsible for replacing it with the same model. The goal is to provide the student with a loaner device if their device is not working. Students will not be able to take the loaner device home. Okay, moving on. Damaged device fees. This is a change from last year. First of all, the first time a device is damaged, the fee is $100. The second instance is up to $150. Third and beyond is $200 to $350. Now, the administration has the authority to waive the charge if the cause of damage is judged to be beyond the student's control and is viewed as an accident. So please be aware of that. Lost or stolen devices will be assessed as follows. The first year you have the device is $350, just the cost of the laptop. Year 2 is $250, year 3 is $150, year 4 is $50. Now this last section says device purchase program. After you've had the device for 4 years, you have the option, if you choose to buy the device for $50. Okay, student use in class. It's expected to have the device in every class, every day, unless told otherwise. Bringing the device to school. The device and the charger must be brought to school daily. The device must be kept in the Floyd County Schools carrying case when it's not being used. You may use the loaner device if needed if you forget your device, but this may lead to discipline. It's just like forgetting anything. There will be consequences, possibly. Charging of the device. You must bring your device to school fully charged daily. If you need to, adjust the power setting on the laptop to extend the battery life for the day, and I will have some tech tips on how to do that. Do not wrap the cord around the prongs of the charger, because this is not a safe way to store the charger. Downloading and personalizing device. Do not install any software except for normal updates to existing programs. Stickers and other markers on the device is not allowed. The serial number and the Floyd County Schools tag must not be removed. Okay, moving on. Earbuds. Using earbuds must be authorized by the classroom teacher or administrator. Student access to the internet. If students access an inappropriate site by accident, immediately leave the site and report the incident to an adult. Parents should monitor students at all times while on the internet at home. Outlook email. All students will be given a school email account. Now, the guidelines for email use and unacceptable use examples starts down here at the bottom of the page. Email should be used for educational purposes only. Email transmission may be monitored by staff at any time. All mail and all contents are property of the district. Email should only be used by the authorized owner of the account, so don't log on to somebody else's account and send an email. Students need to protect their passwords. Unacceptable use of email. Non-educational related forwards, spam, jokes, chain letters, harassment, profanity, obscenity, racial terms. Cyberbullying, hate mail, discriminatory remarks, email for individual profit or gain, advertisement, or political activities. All right, next, video capabilities. Laptops have webcams to be used for educational purposes only. Some examples are recording a video or taking pictures to include in a project, recording a student giving a speech and playing it back for rehearsal and improvement, recording a classroom lesson for playback for improvement, with teacher permission. This is very important. You have to have the teacher's permission to record a classroom lesson. Gaming. No gaming at school unless approved by a teacher and is educational in nature. Printing at school. All documents should be printed at school as needed. If you need to print, email me, Walter Ord, the document, and I will print it out for you. If you print at home, here are 2 ways. Save the file to a jump drive, take it to another computer. Email the file to another computer to print. For example, safe and appropriate use of technology. Students are required to obtain a digital driver's license that addresses this. We will discuss this in a few minutes, how to get your digital driver's license. Okay, next, locked classrooms. When students have to leave the device in the classroom, for example, at lunchtime, the rooms will be locked. Now, the device care. Here's some things to remember. First of all, treat the equipment as if it was your own property. Do not attempt to remove or change the physical structure of the device. Do not remove or interfere with the serial number or any identification placed on the device. Keep the equipment clean. For example, don't eat or drink while using the device. Back up your data. Electronic information is not safe when it's stored on only one device. Do not put stickers or use any type of markers on the device. Removable computer skins or covers purchased must fit the computer properly and cause no damage when removed and must be approved by the building administrator. Do not charge your device while it is in the bag. Close the lid of the computer when it's not in use to save battery life and protect the screen, and shut the computer off if not used for an extended period of time. Don't just shut the lid all the time. If you are not going to use the device overnight, turn it off. It's going to extend the battery life, and it'll be better for the computer. Just shut the lid whenever you're not using the computer for a short period of time. Never walk from one location to another with an open computer. This is applicable at school and at home. The device bag, along with the device and other equipment, must be stored in a safe place. The device should not be left on the floor, or it might be stepped on within reach of a small child or pets. The device should not be left in a car anywhere it might be exposed to extreme temperatures. Devices left in bags in unattended classrooms or other areas are considered unattended and will be confiscated by faculty or staff as a protection against theft. If confiscated, the student may be subject to disciplinary action. Laptops should be stored on the hooks or on its side, standing up if available. Never pile things on top of it. Never leave it on the bottom of a locker. Never leave the locker set to open without entering the combination key. Always use the handle, strap, or two hands to carry the laptop. Center the laptop on the desk. Follow all directions given by the teacher. Okay, moving on. Care of the laptop at home. First of all, charge the laptop fully each night. Use the laptop in a common room of the home. Do store the laptop on a desk or table, never on the floor. Protect the laptop from extreme temperatures, food and drink, small children, and pets. Device case. Keep the laptop in the case at all times when not in use. No liquids. Keep the laptop away from all liquids. Don't carry pop in your book bag, for example. Device problems. Troubleshooting and loaners. First of all, there's 8 things here to look at. Number 1, student tries to fix the problem. If something happens, here's some things to try. Always try restarting the laptop as the first step in troubleshooting. Something happens, something doesn't work, shut your computer down, restart. If appropriate, the students may ask a classmate for help, as long as it's not interrupting class. Students next are reminded not to waste too much time troubleshooting so they don't miss too much class time. Students should ask the teacher when appropriate for assistance. If basic repair steps do not work, the teacher will contact the student tech team, the SSTIC, and that's me, Walter Ord, or the technician for assistance. If the problem results in a lengthy period of repair, loaner may be distributed to the student. Student has a responsibility to frequently save all electronic data, as Floyd County Schools assumes no responsibility for lost data. You have to back up your information. Okay, now next. Only one user. The student is the only one to use the device. Parents may monitor. No other family or friends may use the device. Remember, you're responsible for the device. Shutting down the device. Fully shut down the device when not in use for an extended duration. Closing the lid and putting the laptop to sleep can drain the battery and cause it to no longer accept a charge. Next, page 16. Parents and guardians must sign the student-parent agreement form and acceptable use policy, agreeing to abide by the rules set forth in the handbook and the acceptable use policy. Monitor students at home. The acceptable use policy, I'm going to touch on the highlights, but the full policy can be found at tinyurl.com/JMSDC files. It's the same folder as where I have the handbook stored. Right to waive 24/7 access. If you do not want your child to take the laptop home, you need to send a note to school signed saying, I do not want my child to take to bring the laptop home. Laptop will be stored and charged at school. Okay, next. Okay, This content will be covered in the digital driver's license. The 6 principles at the top of the page, digital citizenship. This is what your children will be learning going through their digital driver's license. They'll learn to respect themselves, protect themselves, respect others, protect others, respect intellectual property, protect intellectual property. And the rest of this you can read for yourself. This is more about what the students are going to be learning through the digital driver's license. All right, next, this is what the form looks like that the parents have to sign. Now, it says, as parents, you are agreeing to investigate and apply parental controls, develop a set of rules, expectations for laptop use at home, only allow laptop use in common rooms of the home and not in the bedrooms, demonstrate a genuine interest in what your student is doing on the laptop, ask questions, request that they show you his or her work often, ensure students bring the device to school daily, fully charged, ensure the students turn the device in at school before summer break. Lastly, we agree to attend parent-guardian orientation on an annual basis, which will allow our child to utilize the device at home. You're also agreeing to, if the laptop gets damaged, you're agreeing to pay if it's determined that it was intentional or the student's fault. And the students have to sign this responsibility form. 14 things on here. They will accept responsibility for care and protection of the device, bring the device to school every day, ensure that the device is fully charged, ready to use daily, that they will complete their digital driver's license. They will always supervise their device or leave it in a secure location. The students understand their device is for educational use only. Students will carry their device in the assigned case and ensure that no food or drink is around the device. They're responsible for backing up all data. They'll report loss, theft, or malfunction immediately. They will practice good digital citizenship. I will not change the appearance of my device with drawings or stickers, and I'll keep identifying codes on my device. I understand that my device is subject to inspection at any time. I'll follow the policies outlined in the device handbook and acceptable use policy at all times. I agree to return the device, case, and power cords in good condition at the end of the school year, or if you terminate your enrollment in Floyd County Schools. Okay, the acceptable use policy. This is the actual policy that you're agreeing to abide by when you sign the form. This form, the policy can be found also at tinyurl.com/JMSDC files. Now, first of all, I'm just going to summarize these pages. Students must sign a user agreement, and a parent permission form must be obtained before internet access can be obtained. The AUP also covers privately owned devices that are brought to school. Teachers and staff will monitor students while on the internet. Electronic mails for educational purposes only. Passwords must not be exchanged. Every student will have his or her own password. Internet access outside of the school is the domain of the parent. Monitor what your child is getting on. Parents have to give permission before pictures of their children can be posted on the internet. The internet use at school is for educational purposes only. This is some of the new information. Internet access is for educational purposes only. Only use school email. No other email is allowed at school. Only school-related items can be posted on school web pages. Parents have to give permission before pictures of their children can be posted. Web activity is monitored and a log is kept with every site that is accessed. iSafe curriculum will be addressed yearly to help educate students about online safety and activity. The digital driver license also covers this, so students will get it 2 ways, 1 through iSafe, 2 through the digital driver's license. Video, audio, and media presentations. By checking this section of the AUP, you are giving the school system permission to publish the child's name, photo, video image, voice recording for purposes of recognition, celebrations, and/or other school-related events. Personal telecommunication devices, cell phones, etc. may be used with teacher permission for instructional purposes only. Devices must be kept out of sight and not activated or used during the instructional day or while attending or participating in school-related activities held during the instructional day. Instructional day goes from the first bell of the day or the time of take-up to the last bell or the time of dismissal. Site-based policy can make this stricter. So if Ms. Robinson and the Site-Based Decision-Making Council has a policy that limits us even further, we have to abide by this. This is just the minimum policy by the Board of Education. Personal devices may be searched under certain circumstances, so please be aware of that. No calls will be sent directly to the classroom during instruction. Phones are to be used for educational purposes only. Damage. Parents are responsible for damage of equipment. All internet use is logged. So there's nothing that is private whenever you're accessing the internet at school. Next, consequences. Generally, the loss of network access, disciplinary action, possible legal action. It's just general. These are not specifics, just what could happen. All right, the acceptable use policy form. Take a look at this. At the top, it says, please fill out each section marked below. Sign and return to Walter Ward at Stumbo Elementary. Please note on this form any problems that you may have. The first check line below is for access to the internet. That's in the middle three sections. The second check line is for access to email, which is also vital. The third check line is for being allowed to publish audio and or video of your child for school-related activities. Please check and fill in each arrowed line. Okay, next. Digital driver's license instructions.
Hi, my name is Walter Ward, and I'm going to walk you through how to sign up for a digital driver's license. First, you need to go to this website, modus.cleuk.uky.edu/ddl/launch.php. Click sign up. Choose student as the account type. Type in your first name, type in your last name, type in your email address, then enter a password. Remember this password. You will need it later on to log back in. You need to type it twice to make sure that it matches. For number one right here where it says search for your district name using this field, you need to type in the word Floyd and select Floyd County Schools. Number two, you need to search for your school. You need to type in the word Stumbo and select John Stumbo Elementary. Next, number three, search for your advisor. That's me. You type in Ward, select Ward, Walter. Then you need to complete the CAPTCHA. Check this box right here and select register now, and you will have an account. Thank you for watching.
Okay, sorry that the video is a little choppy. It's taking up more of my bandwidth at home. I'm trying to video a video that I already had. All right, next, if you want to work on your digital driver's license, there is a mobile app. You can sign up and work on your digital driver's license here as well. You can search for iDrive Digital. All right, next. Mobile application.
This video is going to show you what the digital driver's license course looks like once you get logged in. Whenever you log in, at the top, you should see where it says account student. These are the cases for your digital citizenship license. If you're in 5th grade, you need to complete the 3 cases underneath the elementary. Your middle school, 6th grade, you need to complete the cases under middle school. Now, what happens whenever you click on one of these cases, let's do the first one, educate yourself, connect with others. When you click on it, your screen is going to look like this. Now, up here at the top, see where it says navigate case elements. We're going to click on that. See, there's a little forward here. There's 4 sections. There are 3 education sections. There's digital literacy, digital communication, digital commerce. These are the cases where you are learning about the material. And there at the bottom, this is the test. You need to pass the test on each one of these cases to get your digital driver's license. So for example, if you click on digital literacy, the screen is going to look like this. You're going to have videos to look at, material to read. For example, this one here, there's a video. You click play for the YouTube video. You can go down. You need to click on each one of these, the correct semester, it'd be the fall semester. Type in my last name here, RD. Click the drop-down box and select my email address. Now right here, this first one is a question. It says all websites are not created equal. Check out the information. You need to click view the website. You need to click on that. The website looks like this. You need to read the material that's on the website. Go back to your question. It says, which of these statements about websites is false? Read the choices. Click the drop-down box here and choose the answer. Now, whenever you are finished, down at the bottom, you can save for later. If you have not had time to finish your case, or you can submit for score right now. Right? Now, whenever you get to whenever you've learned all the information and you're ready for the prove it, you need to click on the prove it. You need to click fall semester, type in my last name, click drop down box, select my email address, answer all these questions. Now, if you take a look up here at the top, you must have an 80% or higher. If you don't pass it, you may reset it and do it again. And again, you can save it for later or submit for a score right now. Whenever you have finished all of these cases, in the main menu, these red hourglasses should change to green check marks. Whenever you have 3 green check marks, for example, elementary, and 6 for middle school, there's going to be a button on this main page. We need to click where it says get your driver's license. So once you get your driver's license, I will get an email saying that you've completed it, and you don't have to print it out and bring it to me. I'll have a record. I hope this video is helpful, and good luck on getting your driver's license.
Again, I'm sorry about the choppiness of the video, but this next one, you need green check marks. If you look at the picture on the screen, see where the elementary has 3 green check marks. I went through, answered all of the prove-its correctly, 80% or higher, got the check marks. Right here where it says the green box here beside elementary, you did it, claim your license, you need to click that, and then I will get the email saying that you have your digital driver's license. In 6th grade, you'll have the check marks in the middle section. All right. All right, next, Remind. I'm going to be using an app called Remind to communicate to all parents this year, and this will be a way that you can communicate to me as well. All right, I'll be communicating with all my classes and groups using Remind. You can sign up to receive messages via email or text. If you want to communicate back to me, you can do it in 2 ways, through the app or text from your phone. If you are in 5th grade, if you want to sign up, you can enter this number, 81010, text this message at ORD5. If you want to sign up through email, you need to send the subject, you can leave blank, but the recipients, you need to email me a message, ord5@mail.remind.com. Simple as that. If you're in 6th grade, the same thing, except for the message is at ORD6. The email needs to go to this address, ord6@mail.remind.com. Now, this screen here shows all of my classes. So if you know of anybody that's in a different class and they want to sign up, all my classes are at ORD with the grade level. Kindergarten at ORD K, first grade at ORD 1. My group codes, the groups I will be sponsoring is band, choir, STLP, and FCA. So if you're planning on participating in one of those 4 groups, you need to sign up with those as well. Now this screen here shows you how to start a chat. You want to send a message back to me. It says if a teacher has turned on the ability to chat for a class, here are directions for a subscriber to chat. I will have it turned on. I may set what's called office hours. If I'm not available to chat except for a little bit in the evening, I'll set up some times, but regardless, I will get the message. Text, reply to any remind number with the command @chat, and you'll receive instructions on how to chat with all available teachers as long as you've signed up first. If you download the Remind app, you can tap the chat tab, then the plus to start a new chat. You'll see a list of all your teachers. If a teacher's name is grayed out, that means they have not enabled chat. If a teacher's name is in black, you're able to chat with them at any time. And you did it, and thank you for watching.